Ich will das hier gucken, Freunde. I made a military drone for $1,000. I did a thing. Das ist so ein Guy, der ist mega lustig und der macht immer Dinge. Und der hat anscheinend so eine Drohne gebaut, die so eine kleine Rakete unten dran hat.
How you going? Everyone loves drones. They're great for photography, videography, and most importantly, pornography. And when I bought mine, I thought I had picked the best options and accessories. But there's one thing normal consumer drones like mine can't do. Explode 7 children in Afghanistan.
Come on!
So today, I thought I would add this feature
Oh, come on!
to my drone.
Oh, bro.
Now, the idea of kinetic bombardment has always interested me, which is where you just take something up really, really high and then drop it, and rely on gravity to accelerate it to speeds fast enough to smash stuff. Many countries have actually experimented with this idea, and the US Air Force wanted to create a system dubbed the Rods.
Jo, das Ding sieht auf jeden Fall sehr chillig aus. Warte mal, ist das Deutschland? Bro, das ist Deutschland. Aber das ist so Frankfurt am Main, Bro. Das sieht, ja, das ist okay.
From God, which were telephone pole-sized tungsten rods, which would be dropped from a
Bayern is
satellite
safe.
in orbit and impact the Earth at 10 times the speed of sound with the force of a nuclear weapon. Now, I don't think I'll be able to get high enough with this drone to do that, but I can try copy another US monstrosity, these things, called lazy dogs, which were little metal darts that the US dropped all over Vietnam in the hundreds of thousands. And apparently, these traveled up to 500 miles per hour and could easily pass through people and penetrate 9 inches of concrete.
Bro, die haben einfach ganz viel Metall einfach runtergeworfen und einfach so ultra viele Leute umgebracht.
This is something that every man claims they can do, so I'm not sure I believe it, but luckily they should be pretty easy to make and test.
Oha.
And that works on this soft, mild
Yo.
steel.
Yo.
But if I want these darts to actually penetrate things and not get blunt, I'm gonna have to make them out of this cool steel, which is much, much tougher. I don't think my little lathe is made for working on metal this strong. It literally screams every time I try to cut the stuff. And after an hour of the lathe and I chewing up expensive carbide bits, I had created this, a point. I spent like $30 on tooling to create a single point, although it should be stronger than the mild steel at least. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to be way more efficient with my time if I want to drone strike the Vietnamese. So I checked the metal hierarchy of coolness and selected this 1045 steel, which is softer but should still work. And this metal machine's way nicer on the lathe, and also makes some very interesting looking and tasting metal shavings. I would describe it as being closest to fusilli pasta in shape and texture, as opposed to tool steel, which makes these big spaghetti-style chips, which are always a little on the al dente side. But my favorite definitely has to be mild steel, which makes tiny chips similar to risoni and is super gentle on the tongue. With this lever, the lathe moves on its own and does everything, essentially becoming a minimum wage worker, allowing you to just click, walk away, and come back to some finished parts.
Kann mir einer meiner Freunde so eine Maschine zum Geburtstag schenken, bitte? Ich möchte Dinge in meiner Garage auch so zusammenbauen. Ich würde auch ganz, ganz viele Streams damit machen. Face to face with a childbirth.
Oi, what is this? You sneaky.
Yo, so.
And now I have this, and I just need some way to stabilize it.
Boah, geil,
After
sieht richtig
searching
nice
Bunnings
aus.
for different metal things, I eventually found these. I just welded them all together into this bar and then cut it into little segments.
Oh mein Gott, wie smart. Dann hat er dieses Ding oben.
And then welded it on top of the dart. And now this thing actually looks incredibly dodgy. But I fixed that problem when I welded this little hook on the top turning it into a harmless Christmas tree decoration.
Yo! Okay, Digga.
Okay, and after a full day of slaving away, I now have an arsenal of different sized darts.
Junge, holy shit.
But I need a way to drop
Sieht aus wie so eine Buttplug-Sammlung, bisschen auch.
them. And my first thought was to create a hook kind of thing on the drone. And then if I accelerate the drone in one direction fast enough, the dart will just slide off. But that doesn't allow me to be very accurate. But then I realized another way. Drones have the ability to turn on and off lights. So all I need to do is make a claw mechanism that reacts to the lights being turned on and opens when I want it to. And to do this, I'm going to have to use a bunch of complex components, like this Arduino Uno, a servo motor, and something that reacts to light. Then I just stole someone's code
So. Wahrscheinlich wird das Ding da reingebaut, oder?
from the internet and modified it a bit to suit me.
Ey, vorne kurzer Side-Take, hat gar nichts mit dem Video an sich zu tun. Aber ich vertraue Menschen nicht, die ihren Bildschirm so hochkant haben. Ich vertraue euch nicht. Ihr seid eine ganz weirde Spezie.
From the internet and modified it a bit to suit me. And created this. And now, when I shine the light on the moth, this little servo motor opens and closes. Which is great, but I need it to be much smaller and lighter if I want it to fit on the drone. So I'm going to have to create my own circuit board and do some soldering, which I absolutely...
Ich bin kein Profi, aber hätte er nicht auch einfach quasi den Anschalter fürs Licht quasi rausmachen können und dann in seine Kralle da einbauen können? Dann hätte er doch keinen Lichtsensor machen müssen. Ist das nicht voll aufwendig?
hate. Especially
So hätte ich das umgesetzt.
soldering circuit boards this small. The soldering wire never flows where I want it to, and then I always burn the component.
USA finden einen neuen Weg, Menschen zu töten. Kevin, smart. Es ist doch smart.
Components, myself, and then end up inhaling smoke. And this whole process just makes me feel like a giant with absolutely no dexterity. I feel like I'm giving a haircut to an
Löten
ant.
so geil.
But after a couple of attempts, I finally created this, a professional looking circuit board. Then I just stuffed all of it into this 3D printed cradle, which perfectly snuggles against this crack in the drone right here, which positions the light probe right in front of the drone's hole. And if I thought the little metal dart looked dodgy, this drone with an
Ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass das Ding jetzt abhebt mit den Dingern drauf.
unknown black box, duct tape, and wires hanging off it looks 1,000 times worse. And after a quick test turning the drone's light on and off, it works and moves this little latch which will release
Junge,
the
let's
payload.
go.
So let's go outside and test it to see how it drops things.
Was? Als ob das instant klappt? Digga, diese Drohnen müssen so krass programmiert sein, dass sie das ausgleichen können einfach. Als ob man da einfach was dranhängen kann und es fliegt trotzdem. So, ohne irgendwie zur Seite wegzufliegen oder so.
And I decided to take it up to 10 meters for the first drop.
Krass.
Okay. 3, 2.
Ja, ey, Chat, ihr tut so, als wäre es so voll normal. Sorry, Jungs. Ihr habt schon eure eigenen Drohnen zu Hause gebaut, oder? Ey, Entschuldigung. Sorry, ich wusste nicht, dass ich es hier mit Wissenschaftlern im Chat zu tun habe. Hä?
Hey.
Which was actually pretty accurate. It was only off by half a meter.
Let's go.
And then took it up to 20 meters. So I tried again.
Junge, let's go. Und jetzt mit dem Metallding.
And it's very clear this thing is going to be pretty hard to aim. I literally had to try and header the water balloon to get hit. But I think I have a brilliant idea for aiming it. Lasers.
Oh mein Gott.
But I quickly gave up on this idea after blinding my left eye. Instead, I'm just going to rely on the GPS on the drone and try and position it that way. Now it's maths time. So I just asked someone else to do them for me. and William Osman.
Oh, Junge, und ihr hatet auf meine Tastatur, Digga. Voll gewichst Tastatur, Junge.
This neat little graph, which shows that I would have to drop my dart from 600 meters high to reach terminal velocity of 432 kilometers per hour, which is a little too high for my yard, as I already made a couple of holes in the roof in my last video. And I don't really want to make any more.
Stimmt. Das mit dem Hammer, Junge.
And I do have the option of just doing what America does and going down to the local primary school. But then I discovered that it's school holidays, who gave me permission to travel 2 hours down the coast to their property and drop stuff on it without having to worry about damaging anything or anyone.
Okay, bro. Okay, wilder Cut.
This horse is definitely going to be a problem. We're dropping shit here.
So it's not your horse. So it's all right if it gets killed with a drone then? Is that what you're saying?
And after scaring the horse away, I took the drone up to 25
Pferde sind so kacke, oder?
meters for its first drop.
Besser als Kühe? Bro. Das ist ja wohl der Omega-Cap. Kühe sind voll cool. Okay.
And that was pretty great. I managed to hit the barbecue plate, but did absolutely no damage to it. So I reset the drone and took it up to 50 meters.
Ich glaube, das Problem ist, dass die so schwankt. Also müsste die nicht so gerade nach unten fliegen? Oder ist es dafür nicht schwer genug?
3, 2, 1. Obviously, try to look out if it comes towards you right away. Okay, drop. Drop.
Which was surprisingly accurate and only missed the plate by around a foot, which gave me enough confidence to go up to 200 meters and see how inaccurate it was.
Ey, Digga, geht ihr jetzt wirklich auf 200 Meter hoch?
And it's dropped. Hey, I can see it. I can see it. Falling. It's wobbling.
I think it hit the grass.
So off.
And I have no idea where that one landed. And after almost killing the horse, we decided to
50 hat doch 200 gesagt, oder?
change location and target and see what it And after almost killing the horse, we decided to change location and target and see what it does to this car.
The wind's blowing that way.
The wind. Oh, towards the
Achso, von
house.
50 auf 200, achso, ja.
Perfect.
Which is pretty dodgy, as the car is only 20 meters from the house, so we decided to be safe and drop it from a meter high to see how it would behave.
Oh, you got it. Bullseye.
And then felt confident to go up to 50 meters.
Achso. Achso. Klar. Klassiker.
Okay, ready?
Aber sie haben es vorher mit 1 Meter getestet. Was soll passieren?
3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's falling. Come on.
Oh, die Scheibe, oder? Holy shit.
If it wasn't for the...
Pad, it would have gone through.
Yeah.
A bit higher, it would definitely go through that.
Oh, look, there's a little penetration. There's a
Is
little...
Das Loch sah ein bisschen sassy aus.
And even from 50, it went through the metal roof, only catching on the interior liner of the car. And even though I got caught, I definitely wouldn't want to be sitting in the front seat. So I reset the drone and now took it up to 100 meters.
Digga, aber wie gefährlich. Okay, krass. Ich dachte bei diesem am Anfang, was er gezeigt hat, dass die so mega viel auf so komplett Vietnam einfach runtergelassen haben, dass es halt Menschen umgebracht hat. Aber das hätte auch Menschen umgebracht in einem Auto einfach. Digga, das ist krass.
Come on.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Look how close it is to the GoPro. 5 centimeters away, 10 centimeters away from the GoPro. Oh, it's in there. Oh, it's caught on some metal in the...
Digga, Junge, zieh doch bitte Handschuhe an, das macht mich so sauer.
That went through the window and got caught in the metal frame of the seat. So now I want to see how accurate.
Junge, geht einfach da mit Fingers
so
ran,
I
Junge.
positioned the drone directly
mit die
above the
Pfoten
window
drin.
and went straight up to 100 meters. And missed the first time.
Missed the second time.
And the second.
Ja.
And the third. And then this time, I got a direct hit.
Falling already. Come on. Yes.
Was hat er getroffen? Holy shit. Wait, ist die Frontscheibe sicherer als die Rückscheibe? Weil die hinten ist ja instant zersprungen.
Where is it?
Ich dachte, dass beide super sicher sind. Also macht schon Sinn, dass Frontscheibe sicher, also wichtiger ist, aber die Rückscheibe ist auch jetzt nicht unwichtig, Dog. Was ist, wenn man in einem in einer Gangschlacht ist und jemand shootet mit Glocks auf dich von hinten? Tja, da hast du den Salat.
Oh, it's kind of stuck in there as well. I mean, it wouldn't hit you in the passenger seat, but yeah, if it hit you in the leg, it'd take your foot off. You'd lose a toe.
Oh, oh, den schönen kleinen Zeh, Junge. Oh, aua.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like that, please subscribe and check out some of my other videos.
Ey, geiles Video. No joke, guter Typ, Mann.